How's it going, everyone? Andy here from 4K Downtime, back at you with another 4K news update. Nintendo has just dropped the announcement for us that there will be another Direct coming real soon. Unfortunately for some people, this is not anything major. This is literally just the Nindies showcase for spring 2018. So they're just going to go over all of the indie titles that is announced for the Switch, that maybe they've talked about it quite a bit in the previous Nindies showcase, but those probably still haven't come out yet. And to be fair, there's a lot of them that still haven't actually come out since the last one that they did. Now, what are the games that we could expect from them? Well, I'm expecting a few surprise announcements that hasn't been showcased yet, but at the same time, I do expect them to talk a lot about some of the other ones. For example, Runner 3 still isn't out yet. The other one that I'm actually really looking forward to, because I think that game looks really cool, is Pocket Rumble, which is that fighting game that looks very similar to the Neo Geo fighters. Like, the sprites are almost completely identical. Looks really fun. I can't wait to get my hands on it. It's meant to be built as more kind of like a casual fighting game, like you easily pull off combos with just basically pressing one or two buttons to chain them together. But it still looks great. I think the sprite works are amazing, and it just really looks like the classic Neo Geo Pocket Color kind of fighter. It just looks really amazing. The other one that I'm really looking forward to that they actually haven't showed much of, similar to Pocket Rumble as well, is Shakedown Hawaiian, that, like, you know, top-down shooter, which I thought looks really gorgeous, by the way. But again, we haven't really heard much from it, and I just really hope it's coming out soon, because I love the indie games in general. So I just felt like these developers, they really deserve credit for a lot of their hard work, just purely because when it comes to AAA games these days, yeah, it's just like you felt like developers don't really take risk. I felt like a lot of the indie developers do the complete vice versa. I felt like they actually do, so I can't wait to see more of these games. Another one that I just remembered is Wargroove, which is that game that basically is an indie version of Advance Wars. And since Intelligent System has been so caught up with just making Fire Emblems, I'm kind of glad to see that there is another developer that was trying to, like, you know what, they probably really love Advance Wars and they want to, like, you know, make a game that is just similar to it. I'm all up for it. It literally looks amazing, and I can't wait to see more about it. And of course, the Nindies showcase, Nintendo have already tweeted around that it's going to be on the 20th of March, and it's only going to start on 9 AM Pacific time. So, like, you know, you can check your time zones to see when it actually airs over at your period. But as far as that, yeah, I'm excited, because the last Nindies showcase they showed, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. But now, obviously, as time passes, I'm pretty sure that there will be more to announce and everything. But I just hope they talk a little bit more about some of the ones that they've previously announced. One game that I'm actually kind of not too sure whether or not they will show more of it is No More Heroes, because it's technically treated as a indie game. So, like, I know we've recently just seen a bit more that was shown in the last Direct, but with this new like Nindies showcase, because, like I said, it's considered an indie title, so maybe we'll just see a little bit more about it, because in the Direct we simply just got like a little bit more snippets of its gameplay, but nothing much. But anyways, like, moving on to the next news is Sonic. As a matter of fact, both of these are Sonic related. The first one is that Sonic Mania, if you were expecting a sequel this year, then you might be a bit disappointed, because Sega recently just dropped the news on Sonic Mania that then we're not getting any sequel. However, we're getting, I guess you could say, a deluxe edition. Like, you know, they've released Sonic Mania, but this one is called Sonic Mania Plus. So what it does here is that you get the base game with a bunch of new DLC content that's added to it. Now, they are also going to be releasing a physical copy, like, you know, for PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One. They're all going to come into this full package, like, you know, the base game, along with 2 new characters, which is actually the best part of this package for me. Is like, one character is Mighty the Armadillo, the other one is Ray the Flying Squirrel. Both of these debuted in the Sonic arcade game, which I'm sure not a lot of people played, because I don't remember seeing much of them back in the arcades as well. I've only ever played it once myself. But these two characters, if you're a Sonic fan, you will know that they have been absent for God knows how long. Like for Mighty, he at least appeared in the Knuckles Chaotix game, but for Ray, he's literally like, he has never shown his face ever since, like, that game. So it's great to see these two characters return. I look forward to playing as them. But the other stuff that they've added is like a 4-player co-op mode, an encore mode or something like that, that it's apparently is a bit different. But none of this really interests me that much, not as much as the characters. So I'm not too sure I'm going to double dip on it. At least as far as the physical edition. As far as I know, the physical edition also comes with some additional content as well. Apparently you get like an art book along with something else. I couldn't remember what it is, but yeah, you get some bonus stuff if you buy the physical edition. It's for $29.99, so here it's probably going to be about 25 quid. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to double dip, like maybe not, because as far as I know, yeah, I think they are going to make these DLC that you could pay for separately. So I'll see, like, what they're going to do with it, because they haven't announced the price for it yet. So maybe I'll double dip, maybe not. I'm not too sure at the moment, but I do like, additional stuff like art books and stuff. So maybe that in itself, along with the 2 new playable characters, maybe I'll consider double dipping. Now, the last bit of news that we're going to talk about is apparently there's going to be a new Sonic's racing game, or should I say they technically have already announced it, because you see a logo in black, and then you see the big R sign that apparently is taken out of Sonic R, which I'm not sure why would they reference anything to that game, but who knows. And according to Sega, it's going to be its own new racing game, so it's not a sequel to All Stars Transformed or anything like that. Apparently it's going to be its own thing, so it's not going to be Sonic R3. So regarding about this, I mean, I enjoyed Sonic All Stars Racing as well as Transform as well. I think they're great. I don't consider them on par with Mario Kart, but in the same time, yeah, I still think it's fun. I will say this, like, if you think Mario Kart, especially Mario Kart 8, is too chaotic, like, there's too much stuff flying around, because I have had a friend that who prefers All-Star Transform compared to the regular Mario Karts, and apparently his reasoning is because he felt like it was less based on skills and more on luck of Mario Kart. And I do admit, like, Mario Kart 8, especially in Deluxe, they can be very chaotic, yeah, and sometimes you might feel like you've lost not because you lacked in skill, but just because the other player got better luck. I agree to a certain extent, but that's kind of what made Mario Kart games great to me. Like, it's not like it's completely off balance, but sometimes I do see where he's coming from, that it does seem sometimes it can be just because luck was on their side, while All Stars Transform, because it's less crazy, it is maybe more about skill. But in the same time, when I played it, I felt like most of the time when I'm playing that game, yeah, for pretty much a long stretch, nothing really seems to happen. Like, if I'm driving fine, for the most part, I would still be there, and only on certain occasions you will see somebody, like, throw like a rock here or something like that, or something that have actually prohibiting you, like, from advancing forward, like, something to mess around with you. It doesn't happen as often, and because of that, I didn't really find it like, that fun, or at least, like, it was engaging enough to keep me playing over and over and over again. So, but that's just my opinion, though. With this new one, hey, hopefully it'll be even much better than the previous games, because the last 2 racing games were great. Like, they weren't bad at all, and I just felt like, again, if you were to take anything out of Mario Kart 8, like, hey, at least copy the good stuff, and I did really feel like for the most part they did. But anyways, enough about what I think. It's all about what you guys think, guys. So what do you think about, like, these news coming out? Like, are you hyped for the Nindies showcase? Are you hyped for, like, Sonic Mania Plus? Have you bought it yet? If you haven't bought it, like, I'm pretty sure it's definitely, like, a pretty good deal to get it for about $24.99 over here, or $30, like, wherever you guys live. And a new racing game from Sonic. Like, the last 2 racing games are good, so this one's most likely going to be great. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, so comment below and let us know. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and give it a like. It really helps us out. If not, you can hit a dislike. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. My next video will be about the new Switch third-party support, like, which is a series that I've been doing for about 2 weeks now, like, you know, coming up. So I'm gonna, like, you know, find another company to talk about in our next video. But anyway, guys, I'll be seeing you there soon. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy, yeah? Have a good one. Bye.